And good morning, YouTube. I'm back. As you see, I changed the jersey because, I like wearing my jerseys. And since it's the World Juniors, how about it, right? Now it's time for the regular NHL report. That's right, it's now time for the NHL report. The post game. 8 games on the dock, and it was an interesting night, believe it or not. And we got games for tomorrow, which I will get into right after this. So remember, if you haven't come across this video and happen to like it, give me that thumbs up too. It's very important. Keeps the channel going. So let's get right into it. Starting off with Chicago at Buffalo. Entered the matchup, Chicago was 21 and 2 and 12 points. 26 points. Buffalo was, let me fix my a little bit. Turn around the paper. Was 12, 19, and 4, and 28 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, Buffalo beat Chicago. Yes, thank you, Buffalo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, Lord, for letting Buffalo win. By a score of 6-2. Shots on goal, the Sabres 20. The shots on goal were Buffalo 35, the Hawks 17. The Sabres had 15 saves with the Blackhawks 29, and both teams were 0 for 1 on the power play. Total dominance by Buffalo. I mean, they totally dominated the Blackhawks. Way to go. Good going. By the way, this was the last game of their matchup, and Buffalo takes a 2-0. Chicago didn't even stand a chance, so way to go. Um, Chicago didn't get shut out, which is kind of bad. But Chicago, they're struggling. If they want to make it to the playoffs, if they do, they gotta step it up. They gotta get their butts moving. Next was Toronto at Detroit. Entering the matchup, Toronto was 21-2 and 2 and 44 points. Detroit 13-17 and 4 and 30 points. Hold on here, I got something in my eye, I think. I'm just seeing if you guys see anything in my eye. Sorry. And where was I? Toronto was 21-12 and 2 and 44 points. Detroit 13-17 and 4 and 30 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Detroit Red Wings lose the score of 5-2. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it when teams I pick win. Shots on by a score of 5-2. Shots on goal, the Leafs 23, the Wings 25. The Maple Leafs had 23 saves with the Red Wings 18, and both teams were 1 for 3 on the power play. Just like Buffalo and Chicago, total dominance by Toronto. Good game by both. Detroit, they did their best not getting shut out, which they did. But total dominance by Toronto. Way to go. Good win for them. And now they move on. Next is Carolina and Jersey. Entering this matchup, Carolina was 21-12 and 1 and 43 points. New Jersey 23-11 and 3 and 49 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the New Jersey Devils beat the Carolina Hurricanes by a score of 4-2. Shots on goal were the Devils 23, the Canes 31. The Devils had 29 saves with the Hurricanes 19. New Jersey did not have a power play. The Canes said, hey, we're not going to the penalty box. Sorry. But New Jersey did, and the Carolina went 0 for 2 on the power play. Well, you ready for this? Both of these teams will take on each other again Saturday. Yeah, it's a back-to-back against each other. So we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking me some tea. This glass my dad got one time at a filling station, I believe, and I took a couple of the glasses. But I made me some tea, a nice, good, sweet tea. Yeah, I literally brewed me some tea. Yeah, so get in our glass. Yeah, so believe it or not, when I do the pregame report, I'm going to mention these two teams once again. Next was Boston at Columbus. Entering the matchup, Boston was 19, 13, and 4 and 42 points. Columbus 14, 15, and 6 and 34 points. And at the end, 16 minutes, the Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Boston Bruins by a score of 6-2. Shots on goal, the Blue Jackets 33, the Bruins 26. The Jackets had 24 saves with the Bruins 24. Columbus was 3 for 3 on the power play with Boston 0 for 2 on the power play. Before, by the way, with Jersey and Carolina, pretty much even neck and neck, back and forth they went. But Carolina, they pulled the goalie, and that's why they lost 4-3, 4-2. So nothing you can do. As for Boston and Columbus, total dominance by Columbus. Um, Boston couldn't stand a chance, and that's why they beat Boston. Boston couldn't stand a chance, so that's why Boston lost. So next, my Blues at home against Nashville. Entering this matchup, Nashville 11, 17, and 7 and 29 points. St. Louis 16, 16, and 4 and 36 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Blues, that's right, the Blues beat the Nashville Predators in the first meeting of 4. The next 3 meetings are in March, and they're right near each other. And I'll explain about that when we get to it. When we get to March. But the Blues win by a score of 7-4. That's right, 7. 7. Shots on goal were the Blues 29, the Preds 30. The Blues had 26 saves with the Predators 22. Blues went 1 for 4 on the power play with the St. Louis went 1 for 4 on the power play with Nashville 2 for 4 on the power play. This game, whew, the Blues just blew it out of the water in the first period. I mean, they were up big time after the first period. They kept it going in the second, and they did it again in the third. I mean, they scored 5 goals in the first period. I mean, 5 goals. Oh boy, I tell you, I was thrilled when I saw that score. And the Blues just had great momentum. The Predators tried to match it, but they couldn't, and that's why the Blues won. And I'm very proud that the Blues did it. They got good momentum going. They did it the Monday before the holiday break, and they did it again. So way to go. This is the first game back after the holiday, and already the momentum is great. Next was Minnesota at Dallas. Entering the matchup, Minnesota was 21, 10, and 4 and 46 points. Dallas 20, 13, and 0 and 40 points. Now, folks, this had to go into overtime. It was tied 2-2 at the regulation in overtime. The Wild score, and they win by the score of 3-2. Shots on goal were the Wild 18, the Stars 29. The Wild had 27 saves with the Stars 15. Minnesota went 0 for 1 on the power play with Dallas 0 for 3 on the power play. Pretty much neck and neck throughout the game. And when they went into overtime, Minnesota wanted to win, get it over with, and bam, it happened. So that's what happened. Way to go by Dallas. They pick up a point, but Minnesota gets their 2 points, and therefore that's why they won. Next is Colorado at Utah. Entering the matchup, Colorado was 21, 15, and 0 and 41 points. Utah 16, 12, and 6 and 38 points. And at the end of 16 minutes, the Colorado Avalanche beat the Utah Hockey Club by a score of 4-1. Shots on goal were The Avs 37. The Hockey Club 35. That's what I got to still get used to. Saying Hockey Club. The Avalanche had 34 saves. Hockey Club 33. Colorado was 0 for 2 on the power play with Utah 1 for 3 on the power play. Um, Total dominance by Utah. Total collapse by Utah. Um, Colorado just dominated. And Utah could not overcome it. That's why they lost. But they didn't get shut out, which is a great thing. But Colorado really dominated this game throughout, and that's what they won. And by the way, they won the season series, 2 games to 1, 2-1-0. So yeah. And finally, Vegas at San Diego. San Jose, not San Diego. Entered the matchup. Vegas was 23-8-3 and 49 points. San Jose 11-20-6 and 28 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Vegas Golden Knights beat the San Jose Sharks by a score of 6-3. Shots on goal: the Knights 36, the Sharks 35. The Golden Knights had 22 saves with the Sharks 30. Vegas went 0 for 2 on the power play with San Jose 0 for 3 on the power play. Boy, what to say about this one? Total domination by the Knights. They really outplayed the Sharks. Um, and despite just getting 3 goals, the Sharks tried, but not hard enough. So that's why they lost. But there's more games coming up. They still got a good chance of winning. But folks, I hate to say this, if the Sharks don't get their butts on the ball like Chicago, it's over. And that's it, folks. We are done for the night. So as always, folks, thank you very much for watching. And since we now made it to the end of this video, if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe icon. It's right here. It's right here. Hit it, and you will be notified every time I upload a new video by clicking the bell icon, okay? And once again, thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you guys later for the pregame report because we got some early games and I don't want to miss out on them. So we will have an early pregame report. And until then, as always, peace.